In this video, I'm going to show you how to start a coaching business with no audience step by step. And make sure to stay until the end because the sixth step is the simplest, yet often most overlooked. If you're new to my channel, my name is Peter Scott. I'm the founder of Fearless Coach Academy, where we have mentored over the last 10 years over 1,000 coaches to launch and build their coaching business. So let's dive right in. Step number one is to choose a niche based on your career experience. Now, I get it. Many people want to take what they're most passionate about. Maybe they want to leave corporate America and they want to become a health coach or a life coach or an energy healer. And those things are great. However, know that your path will be a little bit harder and take a little bit longer if you ignore and neglect your expertise. It is so much easier for you to feel confident, not just competent, but confident on helping businesses or helping individuals with their lives when you leverage your 10, your 20, your 30, or 40 plus years of experience. So really think about before you choose a niche, before you design a website, before you use AI to create business cards and logos, think down and look back at your life. What are you already an expert in? And why not build a coaching business around that? Yes, it's something that you could still be passionate about. Even if the job you're in you may not love, but the topic you may have a lot of passion for. So really think down. Step number one, with no audience. If you have no audience at all, the fastest path to your next paying client or your first paying client is to choose a niche based on your expertise. When you leverage your expertise, your career expertise, it's going to be a much easier path. Step two is brainstorming your proven process. It is really important for you to take the time to sit down with a blank sheet of paper and a pen and think about if you're going to facilitate this transformation in a client, whether it's a business or an individual, what are the steps you're going to take them through? Now, I get that this is not proven yet because you're just starting your coaching business. So consider it more of a hypothesis than something that's guaranteed at this point. And I want you to give yourself permission to just brain dump without judging yourself, without imposter syndrome, without ridicule, without fear of failure. Just let everything flow down to paper of what you would imagine doing with a client week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and so on. And I get that you may not have coached enough people to know every step in the exact order, but still just put it down to paper. When you start brainstorming this, you're going to find that you're going to actually, number one, get clear on your niche. You're going to get clear on your message that you're using to market and attract those clients, but you're also going to feel a lot more confident because you understand that there's a structure and a flow. And even though every client is unique and they're different, you're going to identify as you coach enough people, patterns. In the beginning, I thought I had to bespoke and customize every single coaching session. But as I coached 10 and 20 and 50 and 100 and 500 clients, I identified the patterns and I was able to develop an entire step-by-step proven process. So step number 2 is to brainstorm, brain dump to paper what your proven process could be, and then go and coach. Don't wait for it to be perfect. Don't wait to create a bunch of training modules and resources and all these tools that clients one day will need. Just focus on serving. Let's keep going. Step 3 to building a coaching business and starting one with no audience is to package your irresistible offer. Now, at this point, you're clear on your niche and you're confident about it because you're leveraging your career expertise. You've brainstormed your proven process. Now we got to put an offer together. What is your offer? The biggest mistake I see coaches make that are starting is they charge by the session or they charge by the hour. And this absolutely cripples perceived value of your coaching. What you want to do instead is you want to say, okay, if I'm working with a client for 3 months or 6 months, what is the outcome that they're going to get at the end of that time? And you want to structure the pricing, the frequency, the delivery, all the logistics of your offer based on the value of that outcome. And that's the value of either the problem that we're solving or the result that they're getting. When you do that, you finally start to break the time for money trap. And this is a secret. If you ultimately want freedom as a coach, then you cannot just trade time for money with one-on-one coaching, because if you do that, then you're not creating a business, you're just creating another job for yourself. So instead, what we want to do here is really think down what is the duration of your, the time period that you're going to work with somebody. How many calls are they going to get? Is it weekly or is it bi-weekly? And what are you going to charge? And if you are totally unclear on that and you have no idea what to charge, or if you're struggling with comparisitis and you're comparing yourself to others, then make sure to download my pricing guide for coaches. It reveals the exact dollar amounts that to charge for your one-on-one coaching, your group coaching, your online courses, even your corporate retreats. So you can either just click the link in the description below to download it for free, or you can comment guide below and my team will send it to you. So that's step 3, is packaging your irresistible offer. Step 4 is to conduct market research interviews. Now, I have mentioned this in previous videos, so if you've heard this before, I want you to pay attention again, because this is one of the most overlooked steps to building a coaching business. Most people think that they need funnels and they need tech and they need AI and they need to run ads and they need to hire an agency. And yes, one day those things are important steps to take, but in the beginning, it's the worst thing that you could start with. The first thing that you want to do instead is to reach out to your network of people who already know, like, and trust you, and ask them for a favor. You want to let them know you're starting a coaching business, and let them know, I'm starting a coaching business and I'm looking to interview a couple people in my network who I respect so that I can make this program be as valuable as possible. Do you have 15, 20 minutes later this week or next week so that I can ask you a few questions? Almost everyone will say yes to that, right? That's not a big ask. It's a very simple ask. Now, you don't want to go try to bait and switch them and sell them in this situation. I'm not suggesting that. I'm actually suggesting that you genuinely conduct market research. You ask them really effective questions around their frustrations and their goals and their challenges and what they've, all those things. And then you ask them at the end, who do they know that they think would benefit from this? And what happens is when you do that, they may actually self-select and lean in and go, oh my gosh, this sounds like it's exactly what I need. Or they may actually have somebody top of mind who they connect you to. And it is the shortest path to your next paying client. So if you want the exact word for word market research interview script so that you know what questions to ask and how to frame it, then click the link in the description below. I have it there, or just comment script at the bottom and my team will send you that market research interview script. All right, that's 4 steps to starting your coaching business with no audience. There's 2 more, and I told you about the 6th one, so make sure to stay until the end. The 5th one is structuring your high converting sales process. All right. Yes, you need a sales process. You do not want to make the mistake that I did for so many years, which was showing up randomly on a call coaching for free. Instead, you want to frame it as this is a consultation, a discovery session, a strategy session. This is a potential enrollment call, and you want to learn how to run that call. You want to know how to frame it. You want to know what questions to ask. You want to know how to not handle objections, but eliminate them before they even show up. There's an art and there's a science to this. So number 1, we've got to leave all the baggage and all the resistance and all the negative emotion and limiting beliefs around sales at the door. Because at the end of the day, sales is service. And if you're not selling people into your coaching, then you're not helping anybody. So instead, I want you to fall in love with the value that you provide, genuinely believe it to the core of your being, and then go out and sell. And when I say sell, I don't mean pressure. I don't mean manipulate. I mean serve. I mean ask effective questions, right? Uncover what this challenge is, what the cost of it is, why they want to change, and then know how to effectively convert that person without the pressure. If you want support on this, we have, of course, a word-for-word sales script for coaches. So just comment sales below and my team will send that to you. I know I'm giving you a bunch of gifts and tools and free things on this video, so I hope you find these useful. The 6th and final step, and this is the simplest, but it's honestly, the most overlooked, is to actually optimize your social media profile, your platform for your coaching. I get that some of you watching this are on a job right now, so maybe you don't completely rewrite your LinkedIn profile because you don't want your boss or your coworkers to see. But it shocks me how few coaches actually update their Facebook or their Instagram or even their LinkedIn to reflect that they're actually doing coaching and consulting right now. So why is that so simple? Well, why is that so important? Because your social media profile is your banner, right? So if you're going to start producing content, which you will in the future, then yes, you want to have thought leadership articles or videos like this, But when people start consuming it, the number one place that they go after they watch your video or read your article or your post is to your profile. And so what you don't want to do is just produce content, but not actually optimize your profile for your coaching. Now, yes, if you do multiple profiles, you can do that. But in the beginning, the first year of your coaching business, you want to stick to 1 or 2 social media platforms max, no more than that. Do not try to model the Grant Cardones, the Tony Robbins, the Gary V's. These are people that have dozens of employees on their team and they spend millions and millions of dollars per month on marketing. You probably don't have that team or those resources yet, so keep it simple. If time is your constraint, which it is for every new coach, then simplify, simplify, simplify. One platform for the next year, build your audience there. Then we can talk about more platforms. So those are the 6 steps to starting a coaching business with no audience so that you do it without the confusion and overwhelm and you have a simple path forward to your first or your next paying client. Now, before I wrap up this video, the majority of you watching this are not subscribed to my channel, which still blows my mind. So if you've gotten value from this and you want to never miss a future video, subscribe to the channel right now. And make sure, if you want to dive deeper on each of these steps, to go through my free online course on how to start a coaching business. It's completely free. Click up here, check it out now, and I'll see you in the next video.